Hey y'all, welcome to my local flavor kitchen right here in beautiful Branson, Missouri. And today we are going to make a couple of things that can also be made on Easter for your Easter dinner. Since Easter's coming up, I thought we could do a banana pudding, a delicious banana pudding, and an easy pea salad, a great side dish for Easter. So let's do it. Okay, so we are going to make just cook and serve banana cream pudding, and you're just going to make it as directed. They didn't have any big boxes, so I'm going to use 4 little small boxes for this. Okay, so it calls for 2 cups of milk to each box on the small boxes, and I think it's 3 cups on the big boxes, but we're just going to make it as directed, just banana cream pudding, cook and serve, not the instant. Get the cook and serve. So while our pudding is getting thicker, I'm just kind of occasionally stirring it up with my whisk. I'm going to cut up about 3 large bananas, 3 or 4. These are pretty good sized bananas. So if you like a lot of bananas in there, use more. And if you don't like that many, then don't use so many. But look how big these bananas are. They are huge. So I'm going to just cut these up just like this, kind of give them a little small dice there, just half it and then slice it again. I'm so excited for Easter. We are having Easter this year at my best friend's house, Dina. She is hosting it for my family. How nice is that? And we are all excited to get together. It's been a while since we've got to have a big Easter. A few years since I've opened the restaurant here in Branson. So we are all excited to get to see each other and visit. So yeah, probably a couple of cups of bananas, just like that. And I'm gonna check on my pudding. Pudding is thick and looking good, and it took probably about 7 to 8 minutes to get it pretty thick like this. So you wanna get it thick, and then we're gonna let it set, and then we're gonna put everything else together. Okay, so now that our pudding is cooling, we are gonna make some heavy whipping cream. We're gonna make like our own homemade Cool Whip, which is so easy to do, and it's so much better than store-bought. So what you're gonna do is take some heavy cream, and I'm just gonna do this whole thing because we have the 4 boxes, and it really doesn't matter how much you put in there, it's gonna be good. If you wanna put a lot, put it in there. If you don't wanna put so much, just do half of it. But I'm gonna tell you, this is gonna make it so delicious. All right, so we're gonna do that, and then we're just gonna put some powdered sugar in there. And I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it, probably do a couple of cups of powdered sugar. And then we're just gonna mix it up with our mixers here. You can put it in your KitchenAid, or you can use this right here. So I'm gonna use this, which are 2 different sizes. This probably goes to something totally different, but I think it'll work. All right, we'll give it a try. There we go. This only takes just a few minutes, maybe like 2 to 3 minutes. It doesn't take long at all, especially if it's on high. So we're gonna get this going. Ooh, I got a little bit on my chin there. All right, let's get this going. Look how fast that turns into homemade cream, whipping cream. I mean, it's so fast. I mean, it hasn't even been a whole minute yet, so it doesn't take long at all and totally worth the effort. All right. Now, if you like it really sweet, put a little more sugar in there. If not, a little more powdered sugar. You can do regular sugar as well if you do not have powdered sugar. Let's make sure. Oh yeah. So good. All right, so I'm gonna crush up these vanilla wafers. I got the bag because it's a little bit cheaper. You can get them in the box. But I'm gonna use my blender here, my handy dandy Pampered Chef blender. And we are going to, first when you plug it in, and now we are just going to turn this on and chop these things up, make a crust. Maybe I need to stir it around a little bit. Hang on. All right, maybe I put too many in at a time. There we go. Let me give it a little stir. Get the rest of them. I'm just crushing these up. Of course, you could just do it in a bag or something and beat on it with a hammer. That's right. Okay, there we go. We'll make the crumbs. Just a little crumb for the top. Perfect. Okay, so to my pudding mix, I like to add this. This is banana extract, and I like to put some in there I'm gonna say a good tablespoon of that and give it a good mix. All right, so since I have quite a bit of pudding in here, which is I think about 8 cups, I think it is. Anyway, yeah, 2, 4, 6, yeah. So we're gonna put 2 of these, which is the sweetened condensed milk. We're gonna put 2 cans of this into our pudding. Now, if you just make a smaller batch, you don't have to use 2 cans, but if you want to, it won't hurt a bit. It's so good. This right here, oh my gosh, this is so good. You can eat anything with this on it. You could eat a boot and put that on there. All right, so we're gonna mix this in. And then we're gonna take half of our whipped cream. And I'm gonna put about half of it in here. Just like that. Give it a good mix. And we're gonna put our bananas in. Get them nanners in there. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. And everybody is gonna be so excited when I take this upstairs because it is a favorite. Okay, get this mixed in real good, then we're gonna put it in our pan. Just gonna dump this right in here. Oh gosh, that is gonna fill that pan up. So you've got enough for another small bowl that you can put in another small pan or keep it back for yourself. All right, so I put my banana pudding in the refrigerator so that it can set up a little bit, and then we're gonna put our homemade whipped topping, kind of daub it on top, and then sprinkle our vanilla wafers. Man, they are being loud up there. Okay, so we are so busy. Praise God, so busy, and I have the best people up there. They are awesome and they are taking care of everything, so I can show you what to make for Easter. All right, so while that's getting cooled off in the refrigerator and setting, then we're gonna make this easy side dish that you can take. So I've got 2 cans of peas that I drained and rinsed off. I'm gonna put those right here. Now we are gonna add some mayo, and you can just eyeball this, but I'm gonna just say like 2 big clumps of Duke's mayo, which Greg likes to call Dookies. All right, and now we're gonna add some of this spicy mustard. You don't have to use spicy mustard if you don't want to. It's not hot, it just has a little bit of horseradish in it, gives it a little bit of a bite. So I'm gonna say maybe a couple tablespoons of that. Then I'm gonna put these pimentos in there for color. Have just a little bit left in that jar. So we'll get those, the rest of those. And probably I'm gonna say about a cup of diced red onion. All right, and then, hang on, I gotta get some. So I boiled a couple of eggs, so I'm gonna do these, and I'm gonna use this little thing that I like to use. This is just a rack. I don't even know I call it a rack, but I love this thing. It's so easy. So just take your eggs and just push them right in, and you'll have these beautiful, uniformed, diced up boiled eggs, all right? So I'm gonna do, let's do 3 or 4 of them. Make it kind of hearty. And if you're feeding a lot of people, then just double the recipe. But I think everybody will love this, all right? And then, let's see, that's 3, here's 4. We'll do 4. 4 boiled eggs, just like that. Dun, dun. All right, and then I also put some bacon in the oven and forgot about it, but that's okay because this is exactly how I like my bacon, really crispy. So we're just gonna crunch that up in there, just like that. So good. If you don't like your bacon extra crispy, then keep an eye on it because if you don't, this will happen. All right, now we are going to do some salt, pepper, coarse black pepper, kosher salt. I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of kosher salt and a little bit of Tony's. Love Tony's. Sprinkle that just all around the perimeter there. Let me go wash my hand off. Now we're gonna give it a good stirring. And this is so pretty. If you've never had pea salad, it is really good. And it's a great, easy side dish. And everybody will love it. Even if you don't like peas, I think you'll like this. Especially with the bacon in it, because bacon makes everything good. All right, I'm gonna give this a good stir. And then we're gonna give it a taste. Y'all, look at that. That's gonna be delicious. Give me a piece of bacon in there. Holy moly, that is so good. Kind of like egg salad, pea salad, with the bacon in there though. So good. Everybody's gonna love this. It'll be a hit. Okay, so we have our big 9x13 dish in the refrigerator, but since we had a little bit of this left over, I thought what we could do, see, I had some of these cups left over because I'd made some little strawberry shortcakes, but if you'd like to make some of these, what a cute idea. So we're just gonna fill this up with some banana pudding. That's gonna take too long, so I'm gonna dump this in here like this. And then we're gonna put a little bit of whipped topping right on top. Just give it a little dollop. And usually what I do on my casserole dish or my baking dish or whatever it is that I have it in there, I just daub this all around the top of it. Don't really spread it, just daub it. All right, just like that. And then we're gonna take our crumbled up vanilla wafers that we made, and you're just gonna dust the top of it. Just like that, making a mess. All right, so let's give it a try. Look at how cute that is. And you can layer it if you want to also, but these would be cute too to take for the kids. All right, let me give it a try. That's gonna be the best banana pudding you ever had. It is so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're gonna love this upstairs. They're gonna love me. Y'all call your aunts and your cousins and your grandmas and you tell them, I've got 2 dishes that I'm bringing to Easter and you will be the star. This right here is delicious. Oh my gosh. Go make it. So good.